for England 5.0 and America, 2. August 2, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. As we have been slogging through the trenches of many adversities and stupidities as well, we have kept a weather eye out for our friends in Britain, for information that they need to affirm for their country the same respect and security that is owed to ours. We do this because we realize that the British people have been just as misinformed, abused, deceived, and defrauded as we have. We have observed throughout that the mess is not an American issue. It is a worldwide issue, with nearly every country on the globe being caught in the corporatist web and nearly everyone on the planet being misrepresented as a legal person, a slave or indentured servant, a constructive fraud and identity theft and crime of personation designed to seize a legal and unlawful claim to our land and soil assets by robber baron billionaires like Bill Gates, who is aiming at the ultimate theft. Bill Gates aims at nothing less than the theft of our bodies, literally. He and his compatriots are attempting to do this by fraud, deceit, and genetic alteration, which would, if successful, lead to commercial claims of ownership and dependency based on the patented genetic material inserted into our natural genetic code, and that would enslave the entire affected world population. Your acceptance of his patented RNA fragment would result in that RNA being inserted into your DNA and changing it forever. You would thereby become a new product belonging to Bill Gates and his co-conspirators. You would no longer be a natural product of our original creator. This, more than anything else, is what is driving the criminals now engaged in the COVID-19 farce. The U.S. military is in it up to their eyeballs, desperate to find a way to commercially enslave enough people to pay their bills. They don't care where, who, or how. They have built a system based on peonage, mercenary service, and enslavement, purported volunteers, and they aren't willing to do the right thing and return to the command of their civilian government. So this is a gargantuan issue that has to be finished once and for all, most effectively by pulling all the patents that have been put in place in support of these nefarious aims. Everyone's support for everyone else is necessary. Our eternal vigilance and determination is required. Each one of us, in our own country, must serve to defeat the aims of the corporatists, who are nothing but colonialists on steroids, and robber barons without conscience. That Bill Gates and DoD could even come up with such a plan is an indication of the disgusting lack of moral character that is common to both, and the necessity of dealing with, as in taking out, NATO and the UN responsible for the DoD and Serco support that has thus far enabled this criminal idiocy. Serco is the British-based paymaster for the U.S. military. And not coincidentally, it has also been unlawfully, illegally, and immorally placed in control of our United States Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO, where it has accomplished no end of filthy mischief, including the promotion of private corporate patents on mankind's DNA and RNA. At the end of the day, it's a British corporation, Serco, that is enabling Bill Gates and the Wellcome Trust and the filthy Fabians to procure a patent on the RNA creation that they hope to insert in us via the COVID-19 test and COVID-19 vaccination, and thereby secure a commercial claim to own us. Such an outrageous circumstance can hardly be described without retching. Our British kindred must act in their own defense against this and pull the rug out from underneath Serco, must expose this diabolical plot against nature and against mankind to the Parliament, and to the world. Just as we must expose it to the American people and must hold the military and corporate and uniformed officers commercially and personally 100% responsible, and must also liquidate the offending patents that have been issued under our delegated power by Serco. So, all right, lads and ladies. It's showtime, and the faster we act and the faster we start banging our dishes on the floor like angry dogs and put an end to this nastiness, the better. Target Serco, which richly deserves it. Target any politician who makes any excuse for this at all. Target the Parliament in Britain, and demand immediate cessation of these abuses of the American patent process and immediate and permanent of all commercial claims against living people or their persons, based on insertion of patented DNA and RNA products. Now, just because I have been dwelling on the current horrible betrayal and breach of trust being practiced against us all by the Pope and the acquiescing Queen and the Lord Mayor via Serco and the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, doesn't mean that I haven't been looking out for our British friends regarding more basic ammunition valuable to us all. Here it is for this week, and may God bless him forever, Dragon Daddy. Go to tinyurl.com/uke-constitution. Links to Anna's articles and resources can be found in the video description box. Thank you for subscribing, liking and sharing.